The Damon Runyon Theatre Hour. Damon Runyon is acknowledged as one of the great writers to come out of 20th century America. Runyon's short stories are almost always told in the first person by a narrator who is never named and whose role is unclear. He knows many gangsters and has no job that can be gleaned from his musings, nor does he admit to any criminal involvement. He is a bystander, an observer, an average street-corner Joe. Runyon described himself as being known to one and all as a guy who is just around. That line seems to say a lot about Runyon and his life. It was like you were with him on some street-corner hustle or some shady dive, and he was filling you in on all the angles, all the gossip, all of life. He was who so many people wanted to be with, or so many people wanted to be. Of course, the cliché about newspapermen and writers is that they are heavy drinkers, chain smokers, gamblers, and obsessively chase women with a sideline in the gathering of stories and facts, and actually getting something written just before the deadline hits. That seems like Damon Runyon and his life summed up in one sentence. His stories became legendary ways of looking that bit differently at America, of soaking up the atmosphere of a glamorous and rip-roaring age and distilling it into black and white type, or in our case, the Damon Runyon Theatre Hour. Here's our first story.
The Damon Runyon Theatre. Once again, the Damon Runyon Theatre brings you another story by the master storyteller, Damon Runyon. And this one, Hold'em Yale. And to tell it to you, here is Broadway.
Thanks. Well, one Saturday I am in New Haven for a very large football game between the Harvards and the Yales. And what I am doing there is something which calls for quite little explanation, because I am not a college man. Also, what happens at the football game is quite a story, and one which I will tell to you in a minute.
And now, back to the Damon Runyon Theatre and the famous story, Hold'em Yale.
The reason for my being at this football game goes back to one Friday night when I am sitting in Mindy's thinking of very little except how I can get hold of a few potatoes to take care of the old overhead. And while I am sitting there, I look up and see Pete the peddler. Pete is a ticket speculator by trade, but at the moment he seems to have something else on his mind. So I watch him for a minute. Then he spots me and comes over.
Hello, Broadway.
Hi, Pete. What's the news?
There is no news. Say, is Gigolo Georgie around any place?
I do not see him. Why?
I am looking for him.
I see.
You do not see.
I do not see?
He owes me 100 fish.
You loan Gigolo Georgie a C-note?
That is plain silly. Nobody loans Georgie anything except maybe a hit on top of his noggin, and that he does not have to pay back.
True, very true. Then why are you looking for him?
Tomorrow is the large football hassle between the Harvards and the Yales. You know that?
I do not read the society pages.
Well, I give Georgie some ducats to sell at a fancy price. He takes the ducats and does a blowaway.
Leaving you holding the bag.
But I hope soon to be holding his neck.
Well, he is not in here. Do you look in the nightclubs? He is always dancing with some doll. Who pays for the check?
He is nowhere about.
I see.
Well, someday I will catch up with him. Meanwhile, Broadway, how are you fixed for cash?
I am in a sad state of disrepair.
Okay, come to New Haven with me and the boys tomorrow, and we will see what we can do to come honestly by a few fish.
You want me to help you hustle the ducats?
Sure. I figure this is quite an affair, and there will be those who need ducats. We have them, and we sell them.
Slightly above the market price.
Why not?
As you say, why not? Okay, Pete, you have got yourself another boy. When do we start?
We leave on the train tomorrow morning.
And when do we come back?
As soon as we get...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?